If I'm having a training run at 9 a.m., should I eat before or after the run? This is another great question. Again, it comes down to personal preference. And again, I think it also kind of depends on how hard you're running. You know, is it a race? I know that says training run, but I imagine a lot of times it could be a race. And again, you know, you have your season to practice things out so that when it gets to those really critical times, you kind of have a plan. You know what works for you. For me, I think we have some kind of examples of things to try, and I think that's the thing. We can give you suggestions, but you shouldn't walk out of here and say, well, you know, this is what works for Alysun, that's what I'm going to do, or this is what works for my best friend, or this is what works for Ryan Hall, or Shalane Flanagan. You shouldn't just go out and say, that's what I'm going to do, unless you've already tried it and know that it works for you, okay? But some things that, you know, examples that these would be good places to start if you really don't even know. You know, a couple pieces of toast and a piece of fruit, good sources of carbohydrate. Cereal with low fat or fat-free milk and fresh fruit, again, good sources of carbohydrate. And a toasted bagel topped with low-fat cheese and tomato slices. So the low-fat cheese would add a little extra protein. It might add a little bit more satiety value. So satiety value means that it keeps you from feeling hungry too quickly. One of my best races in college was a cross-country race. I was a freshman in college, so that I think explains a lot of it. But I actually had a prune Danish. Had the best race of my life, and I don't know how I ended up getting a prune Danish. I don't think I would have ordered that intentionally. And the problem was after that, I could never find a prune Danish again. So my career kind of spiraled after that. So, you know, you want to find something that's going to be easily accessible. And I would never tell somebody, sit down and counsel them, like, the secret to a good race in cross country is to eat a prune Danish. But if you guys came to me and said, you know, I have to have a prune Danish before every run, because that, I mean, I think that's okay. I wouldn't tell you don't do that. I think there is something to having a lucky food or something that you think will not just, you know, fuel your body, but also kind of fuels your confidence. You know, and keeping in line with the idea of nothing new on race day.